Hi, and welcome to another episode of How to Atkins Low Carb. My name is, of course, Ken Taltman, and this week's episode comes out of one of the comments in my profile. This woman who had been doing the extreme Atkins diet for 3 weeks and was really frustrated that her husband was losing all this weight, and she had lost a grand total of 1 pound in those 3 weeks. And her question was, should I be doing a lot more cardio than I currently am, because I have no energy? And my response to her was, I really don't know how to respond because I don't know what the extreme Atkins diet is. And my suggestion to you and to anybody who's having this problem is that most people don't typically need the extreme version of the Atkins diet. They should be following the diet as written in the book and that many people have been successful on. Most people don't have the hyperinsulinemia to require that extreme version, that 5 grams of carbs per day that this lady was eating. So here was the list of recommendations that I put to her that she should start following. The first thing was get the Atkins Diet New Revolution book, version 2002 from Avon Books. You can easily find that book for $1 in most half-price bookstores and read chapter 11. Second, memorize the induction rules as well as the acceptable food list. Know what you should be eating and what you shouldn't be eating. That way when you're reading the ingredients labels, which you should be doing, you know if that food is acceptable or not. The third thing is make sure you're getting at least your 12 to 20 grams of net carbs per day mainly in the form of those 2 to 3 cups of vegetables you should be eating. The salad vegetables, the green peppers, the mushrooms, watch the onions because they can kind of be high carb. But you know what salad vegetables are because you've memorized chapter 11. Fourth thing is you want to make sure you're drinking at least 64 ounces of water per day. Watch the importance of water video if you have any questions on exactly how much you should be drinking. When I had 200 pounds to lose, I needed to be drinking at least 128 ounces per day. The fifth thing is to drop any aspartame or faux sweeteners within your diet. You may be one of those unfortunate few that simply cannot have any artificial sweeteners within your diet. Do it at least for those 2 weeks in which you're going strictly cold turkey in terms of no artificial sweeteners as in aspartame, as in ACE-K, as in Splenda even, or Truvia. Go completely cold turkey, don't have any faux sweeteners, and then when you add it in, add it very sparingly once you've lost those 5 pounds, minimum of 5 pounds. Other thing you want to do is drop any caffeine within your diet. If you're taking any caffeine in the form of caffeinated coffee or diet soda or tea, drop all that because obviously the caffeine has been shown to cause stalls in about 25% of Dr. Atkins patients. And if you're already not losing, you want to just ensure that yourself the most successful remainder of your induction period as possible. You want to set the stage for potentially add it back later if you so choose, and there you can see if the weight loss stops or it adds. The next thing you want to do is start posting your menus on a place like FitDay or the Daily Plate. I can't help you if you don't tell me what you're eating. And more often than not, when I ask for people what they're eating, they'll give me what a sample day looks like. They won't go to a place like FitDay and actually put in the size and number of servings of each thing that you have. So if you're just telling me you're eating some lettuce, some onions, some salad dressing, that does me no good. I need to know the amounts of each of those things. And the only place you can get yourself cognizant of whether you're overestimating or underestimating what you're eating is actually trying to put it in. And you'll be surprised just by the fact of making yourself accountable to putting it in. Maybe you'll straighten out some of those overeating things that you might be doing. Are you going over those 3 to 4 ounces of cheese per day? Maybe if you're putting them in and you're listing them out, you'll recognize that fact. Next, watch my Why Am I Not Losing video. Obviously, I've done a video like this before, but I felt that inductioneers might have specific things that they might have forgotten, things that they may not be cognizant of. Obviously, the faux sweeteners thing. So that video hits upon a lot of the same topics, but just to make sure you have a well-rounded view of why you might not be losing, watch that video as well as this video. And finally, if you still have any problems with, say, energy levels, watch my supplements video. I talk about 2 specific supplements that I recommend taking if you're low in energy levels. That's L-carnitine and CoQ10. Both of them really did a lot of good for me in boosting my energy levels. So if you follow those things, you at very minimum should put yourself in a better position for finding out why you're not losing, as opposed to just trying to keep beating your head against the wall during induction. And to our last final question, should she be doing more cardio? And if you've looked at my exercise video, my exercise is non-negotiable video, you'll realize that my belief on exercise is it's, when you start the diet, secondary to eating. Make sure that you're getting your eating underway and correct by the book, as opposed to trying to do both right at the same time. Should this person re-amp up her cardio? No, let her body acclimatize. Make sure that there's something else wrong going on in the diet that is preventing her from losing. Is she eating too much cheese? Is she having too much dairy? Was there coffee in the diet? Was there the aspartame in the diet? Let's get the diet straight first. Let's get the diet on the right, going off on the right foot, and then we can always add the exercise in later. I didn't exercise for the first month that I was on the Atkins diet because I wanted to get the eating correct first. Not saying you can totally skip exercise, but it has its place. And is a place in the first 2 weeks? Probably not for most people. Well, that concludes another episode of How to Do Atkins Low Carb. I hope this reaches everybody in good health, and good day. Bye.